Who's ready for season 11? The Dr. Oz Show is back, and he'll be sharing some empowering stories, important health hacks, and much more than that. The premiere is later today, and joining us now live is Dr. Oz. I love how you're starting the season with one of your own empowering stories, Dr. Oz. For today's episode, you share a devastating diagnosis your mother received. What is she battling right now?
So, Ty, my mom is suffering from Alzheimer's, and she agreed to let me share the story because she's one of 6 million Americans in that category. I'm one of 16 million taking care of them. And I blame myself a bit because I didn't diagnose her illness early in its course. And it's because it's just a wily problem. It sneaks up on you. The symptoms aren't always so clear. And I'm going to spend today's show talking about what those symptoms are. I actually went afterwards, I'll take you with me, to examine myself to figure out what I should do to make sure I don't fall prey to Alzheimer's, or at least can delay it quite a bit. It's a genetic problem, right? I've got one of my mom's genes, but you can alter it dramatically. And I'll give you a good example. If you're watching right now and look down, if you can see your belly, if it's big, you're shrinking your brain. And now that I know I'm at risk for it, I'm especially careful about this, but this is true for almost every American. And it's true about the kind of exercise we get, the kind of supplements we take. They all affect our chance of developing Alzheimer's earlier in life.
Well, I congratulate you on being so brave, sharing that personal story, Dr. Oz. You also have a very well-known politician as a guest on today's episode, Senator Bernie Sanders, who, of course, everybody knows is running for president. What advice do you have for the senator about staying healthy on the campaign trail? As my grandmother would say, he's no spring chicken anymore.
He's not a spring chicken, although he was a very fast spring chicken as a youth. He ran a mile in 4:37. Did very well in the New York City competitions. He's from New York originally. I invited all the candidates on. I intend to have them all visit. I want to humanize them. I'm tired of folks being demonized by opposition research. These are all great Americans trying to do their best to fix our country. I want to get them all on so you can understand who they are as individuals, how they are coping with the stresses of running, but also what's their plan for us? What are they really worried about? For example, Senator Sanders is very concerned about the fact that 1 in 5 Americans goes to the pharmacy and can't pick up their drugs because it's too expensive, or that so many Americans are underinsured or uninsured. Now, that happens to be President Trump's concerns as well, and he's voiced this. So they have different solutions, but America's great because we've been allowed to have different opinions voiced, thoughtfully work them out, and decided for ourselves which one works better for our nation. We got to get back to doing that. That's the theme of the show this year, the power of one. Each and every one of us have an obligation to find our truth, share it with people around us, hear what they have to say, and then decide for ourselves.
A lot of big issues to tackle. Later in the week, you have another big-name guest, Wendy Williams, who actually helped you launch the Dr. Oz Show 11 years ago. She's now taking her health very seriously after a health scare that took place live on the show. She passed out. What will viewers get from your interview with Wendy Williams?
Well, Wendy and I started our shows 11 years ago together. We've been close friends, had our backs, but she's gone through a difficult year. Husband, separated from her husband, all kinds of scandals. She's in the papers every day. I wanted her to talk honestly and rawly about what it's like as a woman to realize your freedom is being eaten away and to regain that freedom that you want so badly. And the decisions she had to make and the brave choices that she had to work through are ones that will benefit every viewer.
All right, Dr. Oz, in Wednesday's episode, a fast food investigation, you found that many chains are trying to trick people into thinking their food is actually healthy. What else did you find out about the industry?
Well, I've had some of the major producers on the show, so I know they're trying to do a better job, but we eat 9 billion chicken a year. And a lot of times, especially when they're marketed, they're sold as being healthier than they really are. I'll give you an example. Everyone's hearing about crispy chicken now, right?
Right.
Super popular. Crispy chicken's fried chicken, guys. It's fried. And you see the grill marks on the fried chicken, it's because they painted them on, because you don't grill fried chicken. And so Morgan Spurlock's on. He created a fake, literally a fake chain of chicken restaurants where he could very bluntly advertise what you're really eating. Now, people still eat there, amazingly, and it's okay. I'm not against eating chicken. Just realize that it's healthy in some versions, not as healthy in other versions, and recognize if it's a splurge or a dish you should be relying on all the time. Otherwise, you're eating food you think is healthy, but not really good for you.
All right, Dr. Oz breaking it all down for us. Really tackling the big issues on season 11. Thanks so much. And here's a look at the afternoon lineup on KCRA 3. The Kelly Clarkson Show debuts at 2 p.m. Reminds you of that. That's followed by the season premiere of the Dr. Oz Show, airing at 3 p.m. Then stick around for KCRA 3 News at 4 o'clock.
I love when we have him on.
He's always great.
He knows how to get your attention.
He
and when he
does.
said Bernie Sanders ran a mile years ago.
In 4:37.
That's insane.
Oh, I know. He's quite the athlete. He's
Pretty
actually
awesome.
shooting some hoops on the Dr. Oz show, too. Just a little
Okay.
sneak peek of what to come, yeah. 8:41 right now and still ahead, inspiring from a surf lesson.
A 10-year-old girl from Rockland has inspired a new book that her teacher wrote. That story coming up.